Hello, Professor Wu. For my bonus video, I will be talking about drag force when it comes to biking. As you know, I'm a part of the Wisconsin triathlon team, as I talked to you about, and a big piece of triathlon is how can you be the most aerodynamic as possible? How can you have the least amount of drag force acting on you as possible? And there are a lot of ways to measure that, and a lot of things that can be a big piece of that, and one of those is your position on your bike. So today I'm going to look at two different positions on the bike, one where I have a bigger area facing into the wind and one where I have a smaller area facing into the wind. And then I'll also be wearing baggier clothing and then tighter clothing so I can investigate the stuff that we've been learning about in class about drag force. All right, so for my first position, I will be upright like this, sitting in the saddle. For the second position, I'm going to be low like this over the hoods, to have like different areas exposed to the wind. For this test, we were supposed to go in front of one of those miles/per-hour radar signs, but it was closed. They took it away. Instead, I will have my Strava in my backpack, and we'll be using GPS to track the fastest speed that I get to. So yeah, get excited. All right, here I go for upright in baggy clothing, test one. Now I'm going to drop down low into a more aero position while still being in the baggy clothing.
Out on Hushoft, is he going to pull off the big surprise as Tor Hushoft breaks for the line? Now where is the Max Missile there?
All right, that wraps up the baggy clothing portion. And now, through movie magic, you will see me be wearing tight cycling clothes. All right, Professor Wu, you can now see I'm wearing my full cycling gear, totally ready to absolutely rip it. You know, this is kind of a ridiculous thing to wear just in general, and maybe baggy clothing will be faster. I guess we'll find out. I'm super excited to rip it in this. Feeling a little ridiculous, but I'm excited to go fast. All right, can I have my phone back? All right, now we're gonna have upright in tight clothing. Let's see how fast I can go. See ya. All right, hello, Professor Wu. You just saw me go flying in a non-aerodynamic position in tight clothing. Now it is time for tight clothing, aero position on the hoods. Let's see how fast I can go.
Goes over the top, somebody just launched him, and forget it, because Mark Cavendish is streets ahead of the Tour de France when it comes to a sprint finish, and Pataki comes over in second place.
That is amazing, the speed that he's got, the turn.
All right, that concludes the experiment. You just saw me bike in two different positions, wearing baggy and tight clothing. It was quite the experience. I'm very interested to see the results, and I'll provide some analysis and insight later. I want to thank my wonderful roommates, Jasmine and Greta, for assisting me and coming out and filming me ride my bike back and forth. And thanks for a great semester. I'll see you, Professor.